In this tutorial for Mindomo, we'll learn how to add other things besides text and color to our mind maps. Let's start with notes. I can add a description of what the SAMR model means by clicking on the first bubble in my mind map and going over to the left-hand navigation bar where I see the first icon is Add Notes. This I can format with this formatting bar right here, and I can add a simple description for the SAMR model. So the SAMR model is a framework for effective technology integration. There we go. When we close, we can see that we've added a little note icon beside the bubble, and it displays when you hover. We might also want to add a little video here to describe the SAMR model to people. So again, I would click on the top bubble in my map, and I'm going to go down this time to Add Multimedia, which is the third one, and I'm going to copy paste the YouTube video that I've already searched out, and I'm going to hit enter, and it pops it into the box. And let's see if it plays. Sure enough, it does. So that's an easy way to add video to your mind maps. Another thing we might do is add icons, and in the SAMR model, people generally think of these as levels. First substitution, then augmentation, then modification, and then a redefinition or transformation of your teaching practice. So I might add a little icon with the fourth button there, and I could just number these easily to give that indication. There we go, close that. Another thing we might want to do is add an image to our mind maps. So let's, for example, think of substitution, the first level in the SAMR model. Often people start, let's suppose we're substituting a new tool for the way we used to write essays or use pencil and paper or word processors. We might want to use Google Docs to replace that tool, that old practice with something new. So I'm going to go up to Add Multimedia again. This time I can use the Google search function to look for an image that would let me demonstrate Google Docs. And sure enough, there is one. So I'm going to click on that, and it adds it to my subtopic. And notice when you hover over the picture, you get a nice citation there. So that helps you with your research, and it helps us have great discussions with students about being good digital citizens and giving creation and credit, credit where credit is due. The other thing we could add are links, and I might do that by demonstrating a floating box. If I right-click on anywhere in the screen, I can add a floating topic that does not have a link or a relationship right now to the other main topics or subtopics. And I'm going to actually call this one Kathy Schrock's SAMR Resources. Kathy Schrock is an amazing educator. Her website is awesome, and I use it a lot. So I might want to create a link to her resources for you. And what I would do is go to the second button, add a hyperlink, and copy and paste the website, and it will appear in a little icon beside the bubble. Now, another advantage to using a floating bubble is that you can attach a relationship at another time to any other bubbles on your mind map. So what I mean by that is to go up here, you can insert a relationship by pulling down a link between Kathy Schrock's resources and the SAMR model. And when you do so, you can click on the link and actually add a label that will change your mind map into more of a concept map. So if I was to add, will help you learn in here, then we can see that we're adding a label that will help us understand the relationship between these two nodes or bubbles. More of a concept map than a mind map at this point. And the way you would edit this is when you click on here, you might want to change the shape of your line to a straight line instead of wavy, and you might have an arrow going one way or the other, or two ends, and that will help you further delineate what the relationship is. So that's that. how to add other things to your mind maps